Well, good day, folks. We are here at the National Cemetery of Los Angeles, California, which is near the corner of Wilshire and Sepulveda Boulevards. We're going to, in honor of Black History Month, we're going to visit the grave of William J Powell. Born in 1897, he was an American engineer, he was a soldier, a civil aviator, a writer, and he even produced a short film for aviators, which is available today on YouTube. William, along with Bessie Coleman and James Banning, was recognized as a pioneer aviator and civil rights activist. This was a truly great man. He was very optimistic about the prospects of African Americans in aviation because it was still largely unaffected by the Jim Crow laws, which were still widely in effect. Just by way of background, the Jim Crow laws came into existence shortly after the Reconstruction era, which was after the Civil War. The South was reconstructed, and equitable laws were being passed and being sought among all ethnicities, not just white folks. So the Jim Crow laws were passed by state and local entities in reaction to the Reconstruction era. So William Powell was, it affected him, but he went on and did great things. He enrolled at the University of Illinois Electrical Engineering program. He had to cut that short when he volunteered in the First World War I. He was part of the 370th Illinois Infantry Regiment. Unfortunately, he was wounded in a gas attack, which many believe affected his health for the rest of his life. He didn't live very long. He came back after World War I. He finished his college degree. He was a member of the Alpha Phi Alpha fraternity. He applied for flight school at the Army Air Corps and other flight schools. They all rejected him because of his ethnicity, which, to us today that seems outrageous, but it was common back then. So he came over here to Los Angeles and applied at the Los Angeles School of Flight in 1928, and here he was accepted. Finally found a school that had some sense in their heads. He graduated. He became an aviator. He founded the Bessie Coleman Aero Club. That was in honor of the first black aviator. She had died just a few years before he founded this club. In 1934, he wrote a book called Black Wings, which promoted black-owned and operated commercial airlines, training schools, aircraft manufacturers. He went on to establish industry and training for African Americans. He produced a documentary film, Unemployment, the Negro, and Aviation, to inspire future airmen. Let's go take a walk to his grave. It's right over here. He sponsored scholarships for black youths who wanted to learn to fly. And here he is right here. This guy had an enormous impact on his generation for flight and flying. As you can see, he died July 12th, 1942. So he was only 44 years old when he died. As I said, many believe that he suffered long-term effects from the gas attack he had in World War I. Makes sense to me. But there he is. His film, Unemployment, the Negro, and Aviation, I understand is still available on YouTube. You can pull it up and watch it. So here lies a great, great man. Unfortunately, he didn't live long enough to see the enormous success of the Tuskegee Air Men, who fought in World War II. But he, along with Bessie Coleman, definitely inspired those brave aviators to fight for peace in World War II. Thank you, Mr. Powell, for your service to our country. In his honor, I'm going to lay a stone at his grave. Civil rights flying high. I think that accurately describes William's life, his career, and his love for his country. Thank you, Mr. Powell, for your service to your country and our country. Rest in peace and keep flying high.